Hello everyone, this is Nurse Blue. Welcome to Soul Health with Nurse Blue, and I am absolutely excited to be here with you today because I'm here to support those of you who are business owners, business leaders, and you might be going through a very stressful time right now. I am here to support you in defeating your fear, giving your stress a rest so that you can elevate the vibrational frequency of your soul. So today I want to address some of the changes that's currently taking place in the business community among people of color, men and women who have just been informed of the recent changes where the DEI positions by many corporations are being eliminated, contracts are being canceled, people are being forced to resign or have entered into some recent changes that certainly is going to impact their businesses. And so when you impact the businesses, we're impacting jobs. When we're impacting jobs, we're impacting families. And with those changes, anytime there's significant well-being changes, things that can disrupt our flow of life, naturally our stress levels increase. Fear becomes a toxin. And right now, here in the United States, with what's happening out west, with the new administration changes, even prior to this, we were just coming off of a really intense political cycle that lasted for years, might I add. And one thing after another, we are at an all-time high in terms of anxiety here in this country. And we also have mental health issues. So what I wanted to do is kind of offer you the blue dose. And in the time I'm with you guys, I'm going to live up to my name. I'm here to build you. I'm here to love you. I'm here to unite us and empower you with some information to help us to defeat our number one enemy, which is fear. Fear is my enemy. Y'all, let me tell you what I do when fear shows up. I got to change my eyesight. Honey, I got to put on different glasses. You see them tigers right there? Honey, that's what I do for fear. I come after it. All right. How do I come after it? I come after it with the blue dose formula. So in this time, I'm going to give you some information to build you, to love you, to unite us and empower you. So let's get into the build. Okay, so we are facing the big elephant in the room. Anytime we are focusing on building, we have to see the truth for what it is, right? So 2025 is here. It's no longer a threat. It is a reality. And people's lives are being impacted by it. And so what do we do now? Well, we have to decide that no matter what the weapon is that's being formed against us, that it will not prosper. And this is how you prevent a weapon that is being formed against you from prospering. You thrive. You decide to thrive. See, once you decide to thrive, you take authority over whatever that threat, that fear could be. And you decide to keep moving forward no matter what. You begin to look at this situation differently because fear has you backed up in the corner, perhaps making you think you don't have power. Well, if you have fear, you don't have power, but if you have joy, you have strength. So what we must do is decide that when that fear shows up, that we're going to see that fear as an opportunity for us to go up, to elevate, right? So when you feel that fear, that anxiousness, that feeling of anxiety, that discomfort that most of us are feeling vibrationally, whether you have been deeply impacted or not, maybe somebody else has been impacted by it. Maybe your spouse, it's not you, but it's your spouse. Maybe you are a woman in business. And here's what people have to understand. The nature of what's happening is going to impact all Americans on some level. There will be people who will be directly impacted, but there will be others who will definitely be impacted indirectly from what's happening to those of us who are threatened by the measures taking place, the changes taking place in the policies surrounding minorities in business, right? So with that being said, it would be absolutely incredible if we begin to adopt what I'm going to share with you today as a way for all of us to kind of come together, because the blue dose is really about activating higher levels of thinking, elevating our emotions and our habits, because that's what healing is: an elevated thought and an elevated habit. Elevated thought and an elevated emotion and an elevated habit. That will change the reality of what you're feeling right now and ultimately attract more of what you want. So part of building is creating an environment of peace. See, you can't thrive in fear, because fear, you can't become creative in fear. And most of the time, I mean, have you ever heard of anybody who can make a good decision in a fear-based state? It just doesn't work out for you, right? But when you create the internal environment for peace, here's the acronym for peace. Peace is a plan of effective action to calm your emotions. When you create an internal environment to have peace, regardless of what you hear about, regardless of what you've seen from the news, that peace that surpasses all understanding leads you to your power. So you want to decide to create an environment with peace and then start building yourself by indulging in information that's going to help support your higher learning so you can pivot. Right? So, and I'm going to give you some resources to help you there. Okay. So we're going to create that peace that surpasses all understanding and start building our subconscious mind with new resources to support us as we decide to move forward, because we can't go back. You know, we got to move forward. We have decided to thrive. Okay. Now, love. This is a time where we really dive into self-love, because what fear calls for, fear is a spiritual toxin. So in order to defeat fear, meaning how do you defeat fear? In order for us to go up the scale, and I'm going to turn my camera just a little bit right now, even though you can't see the words, you can see the colors, okay? So right now, for those of us who might be feeling this anxiety, you're right here in the fear state. These are fear emotions down here, the red, the orange, and the yellow, right? And these are love emotions. So what we want to do, we want to trade in this fear for these love emotions. And simply what that means is when you're in this state of anxiety, when we are in this state of disharmony inside of ourselves, we're right here at the vibrational frequency of 100. And this is actually the map of consciousness scale that I use to really help my clients. It was developed by David R. Hawkins, and it really gives us a really great view, it gives us a scale to measure where we are, and a great view of where we are in terms of the colors, because, you know, anybody can use this scale. Our children can use this scale, you know, and it's something that once you become mindful about how to shift your vibrational frequency, then you can trade in your fear and anxiety for love, peace, and joy at a moment's notice. Okay, so right now, that's our goal. Our goal is to shift you out of these fear-based states that comes with having to shift into the unknown, what comes with, you know, disruption that just, you know, moves you into a space of total discomfort. It comes with you not knowing what your next steps are. Okay, all right, so now since we have that information, now let's go right into Unite. Okay, now this is a really great opportunity for us to start building community, right? Because you don't realize that this could be the best version of your business right now, waiting for you, right? You don't know what connections are out there to support you and what ideas will come from being in the right community. So I'm going to strongly encourage you to start having meetings with your family members, because if you're in business for yourself, maybe you have some family members that may have been impacted by what's happening, and you guys can work together. It might be the right time to start putting those ideas to work. Maybe you have some friends or some business opportunities from people you graduated from college with, or maybe you are in professional groups. Whatever that may be, there are other people who are looking for what you do, and you're looking for other people. So start aligning yourself with that energy of that new creation. And I'm going to invite you to come and take a look at my own community, a free community that I created for people like you, that when we hit this time in our life where these moments that challenge us to become the best version of ourselves, because that is what this is here to help us do. But it may not show up as that. It might not feel like that at this time. But as we move through that, or move through this, when you look back, you'll be like, wow, had I not had that time in history to present itself, I wouldn't be who I am now without it, right? So we're going to welcome these changes, because when we activate these big ideas, when we activate the idea of one of my favorite quotes that I love to put into action, a man's mind stretched to a new idea never returns back to its original dimension. When we put that into work, oh, who knows what you are headed for, okay? So it only gets better from here. Now, we've activated the blue, okay? So we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna start building ourselves up and creating harmony and creating a peaceful environment to create, okay? L, we're gonna do that self-love thing and start, really creating opportunities for us to love ourselves, right? And others through community. U, we're going to intentionally find communities that can support us through this pivot, right? And E, you need to be empowered. And what do I mean by that, empowered? This formula that I'm asking you to implement is going to keep you in the blue. B-L-U-E. Use this tongue to build. Use this tongue to love. Use this tongue to unite. Use this tongue to empower yourself and others. When you put that positive vibration out there right now, I promise you, all of those seeds are going to come back to you. Just by the fact that you're looking at this, that this content showed up on your feed right now is an indicator that you're in the right vibration, because this is the kind of content that's going to support your health and well-being. So you are on the right track. So give that stress a rest. You do not deserve to be enslaved to fear. No, you're going to get a PhD in love right now, because love is the gift that keeps on giving. And it doesn't look like what the world looks like. If you hold on to the blue formula will certainly benefit everything and everybody around you. So when you implement building, loving, uniting, and empowering everything in your life, meaning you have decided to thrive, you can't go anywhere but up, okay? Now, if you resonated with this message, yay! I'm going to invite you, first and foremost, to give me a thumbs up, please, subscribe to this channel, and go a step further. Help some other people out there who might need nurse flow in their life. Share this with your group, share this with your friends, share this with anyone who could benefit from getting rid of their fear, okay? All right, because that's my number one enemy, and I'll change the glasses on them, and we coming after it, right? Now, for more information on how you can be a part of a community that is focused on soul health modalities to help you defeat our number one enemy, chronic stress that's related to fear, okay? If you want more information, you want a community of good people who's out here on the same plan with you, on the same track. And plus, I have so many resources for you. I have ebooks. I have the Freedom is a Frequency course. I have the Soul Health Project 2025. That is what you need. It's a free online course. And I got some music, guys, because I'm a musicologist, and I have Blue Soul Music. You know what Blue Soul Music is here to do? Build you, love you, unite us, and empower you about soul health. Now, if you have a great strategy and a great playlist, You can't lose. You are on the winning team right now. All you got to do is say, all I do is win, 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 no matter what, because that's deciding to thrive. Okay. All right, guys. So I will post the link to soulhealthcommunity.com. Make sure you join my Instagram page, my Facebook page, all the places where I am. I'm also hosting events on Linktree. And when you become a member of the Soul Health and Wellness Club, if you're feeling really, really anxious right now, you like Nurse Blue, I appreciate the free resources, but girl, I need to work with you. I am feeling too anxious right now. I got you. What you need is a soul renewal detox. A soul renewal detox is an incredible Decide to Thrive formula that is 5 steps. In 5 steps, I will help you elevate your energy, your health, so your immune system is not compromised, your confidence, your relationships, your abundance with the vibration of joy. Okay, and I'm working with you one-on-one. And because you are a member of the Soul Health and Wellness Club, I have a special package just for you. This one here will do it. Okay, so if you're interested, I'm only working with a small group because I am offering the Soul Health and Wellness Club members a really, really special price. It's too good to be true. And given where we are right now, I know it's going to go fast. So that's why I have an application process. So just go fill out the application and get on my calendar, and let's talk about our next steps from there. But this is the bomb. And if you're feeling this stress, this anxiousness, you need to anchor yourself by releasing that stress so you can increase the vibrational frequencies of joy. Okay, self-love is where it's at right now. Self-love, a plan and a strategy that will help you take all of what you've learned, all of what you've accomplished, all of what you're feeling, leverage it for your good. Okay, that's where we are right now. All right, guys, see you soon. I'll put everything in the description so you guys know where to find me. And I look forward to providing you with more content to support you as we move through this process, because guess what? We have decided to thrive. Bye-bye.